Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see a pair of all-pro linebackers from 2016. It's Von Miller matching up against Sean Lee.
Larry, we find ourselves right in the center of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex in Arlington and AT&T Stadium. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Play clock winding down. Now the former Utah man, this is Devontae Booker. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Osweiler. He throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Osweiler. Got a man, he finds Sanders. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. The play clock's running down. Now Osweiler on first down. And caught right side, Green. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Defense looking to hold serve one last time here on 3rd and 7.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
And he motions the wide receiver. On 3rd down, Osweiler. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. This is taken around the 12. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Gets it to Bryce Butler, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Prescott looks to throw on first. Out left side here to Bryant. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Third down now following the completed pass. They'll throw again. Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Flush to his right. Past the 20, and he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. 3rd and long for Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So on 4th down, Jason Garrett sends in his field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Now it's Nugent out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Before we see this next possession, you and I were talking before the game about the AFC playoff picture. You got the Pats and the Steelers at 7-2. Those are your best records in that conference. Chiefs at 6-3. Really, they're running away with the AFC West.
Yeah, and that's a surprise, isn't it? Because in preseason, we all, well, I shouldn't say all, but most of us probably thought the AFC West was the toughest division in football. But Denver's fallen off the pace. The Raiders have been a little bit of a disappointment, and the Chargers just can't gain traction. So right now, it's Kansas City's division to lose. And if they get home field, could you imagine all those teams having to visit Kansas City? One of the best atmospheres in the game.
Green, the tight end, in motion. On 2nd down, Osweiler firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. On second down, Anderson. And a big tackle there as the defender runs right through it at the 47-yard line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to have a third down. Again, Anderson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
In motion left goes Sanders. They'll indeed go for it with Osweiler. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. So the offense taking over in just a second, but you know, last year, going off the script a little bit, so much talk around Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, who would go 1, who would go 2, and will they pan out? Well, this year, they are both panning out really well.
They certainly are, and they went 1 and 2. Jared Goff, number 1 to the Rams. Wentz, number 2 to the Eagles. Wentz became the starter as a rookie, played all 16 games, and here in the second season, a lot of MVP talk surrounds him, and rightly so. Jared Goff got left behind, only started 7 games as a rookie, didn't play that well. Many people want to use the B word on him for bust. Not at all. He's playing at a really high level. The Rams are in first place. He might not be in the MVP talk, but how about most improved player in the league?
On second down, Prescott again. Complete to Bryant. A very solid gain of 27. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
A Dallas first down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And his pass incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Second down following the incompletion. And the D looking like they may blitz. A second down throw for Prescott. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And coming out now, the Broncos. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They begin the drive with Morris. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent.
Morris fighting. He lost the football. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Osweiler. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now. Detroit.
Slot man moves right. Now Osweiler on second down. Flushed out right. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Back down in that Philly. Here we go. Detroit. Watch it now, Barney. Leopard.
3rd and 2. Now Osweiler. Left side here to Sanders. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Leopard. Detroit.
From the red zone now, here's Osweiler on first down. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. So we've hit intermission. It's half. Sorry, Larry. Your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? you adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second down, Prescott. He hits Beasley right side. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. This is Morris. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Prescott now from the 50. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And he comes back with one complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. To throw is Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bryant. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. First down, Prescott. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Todd Davis coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. So the D-line's going to spread out. Prescott now on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And that time he's smothered as he's wrestled down. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Nugent puts it through. And the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Demarcus Lawrence able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Let's go. Back to NFL. Here we go. Back. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
On second down, here's Osweiler. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas, 77 yards. And the Broncos draw a bit closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A good pick up there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Prescott from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Shane Ray. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Back to NFL. Here we go. Here we go. Green 39. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit. Gun. Detroit. Over. Here we go.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
No. Check. Here we go. Green. Over. Watching that. Barney.
Now Osweiler. Escaping the pressure right. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Going deep here for Bryant. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like he said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard, right near the 39. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over. Now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
After the interception, here's Osweiler. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
That defensive front four has been very good. They have just not let the running game get going, have they?
Not at all. In fact, the entire offense just looking a little bit out of sync in this one.
Yeah, sometimes this is why coaches like forward-down defensive linemen, they feel like they can cover more ground when defending the run.
From midfield now, here's Osweiler. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll need to get the play off quickly. 3rd and long. It's Osweiler. And Fowler's got it. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Here's Anderson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Broncos in the hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now Anderson. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. In motion left is Thomas. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And this one is right down the middle. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so. But this one's not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on, and it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Von Miller in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.